I don't want that anything except me controls me in my life. And this was also a moment that I feel I actually healed this. Because I was not afraid of me and my body and my thoughts anymore. I took back my power. And I knew from that moment that this is not going to come back. And I don't have to search something constantly from the outside to fix me. And this is also one thing that I am so sure we are so powerful. And I am a living proof. And if I could do it, anyone can do it.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Get to the Heart of It podcast. I'm your host, Denise Jansson, and today we have a very special guest all the way from Estonia, Monika Mölder, and we are going to learn from her heart awakening, her journey of listening and following her heart. And I know you will be enlightened with listening to her words of wisdom that we can learn from your story. So I'm super excited you're here. We've talked a couple times and I feel so connected to you. And you just have so many great things to share. So Monika, thank you so much for being on the show today.
Thank you for inviting me, Denise.
I know that was amazing in itself of how we met.
Yeah. And our conversations and yesterday, it's we just had chills. So it's so amazing what can start happening when you choose yourself and start following where your heart takes you.
I'm just getting chills right now with you saying that.
So great. Oh my God. In a few years back, I would have never thought I am here.
Wow. So things have really shifted for you.
Yeah,
that was a question that came to me. When you started following your heart, did you notice the quality of your life changing?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Before I was reading all the things and listening to the stories and podcasts and hearing people, I follow my heart and then I listen to my heart and then this started to happen. What does it exactly mean? And I was feeling that I was following my heart because in a way I wanted all these things I had before, but until I realized that it wasn't my heart, my dreams, it was the society and like everybody else's, and I didn't have the awareness to follow my heart until life just didn't give me any other choice to do it. Because then these things start to happen. You get sick or something and you just have to choose. Are you going to continue or get your courage together and go?
Did you start to get sick, or what's a little bit of your backstory?
So I actually have studied law and I finished law school and finance, and I was working there for a long time. And I had 2 kids with the father of my kids, and our story in the beginning was very, very beautiful. But then things changed and, we were young and we didn't actually know how to hold the relationship. And we were, I think, kids still who were thinking that I was thinking he had to make me happy and he was thinking I have to make him happy. And so we were pretty frustrated in the end because he not making me happy and I was not making him happy. And so it's a constant fighting. But then everything started showing that this is not the way. And I got my thyroid issues and my hair started falling out. And then in the end, what really got me to awaken was anxiety, terrible anxiety. And then I have always believed that all the diseases and sicknesses are our messengers. And I think when we are in tune with our hearts and our bodies, we don't get sick because our bodies are so smart that they just don't get sick just to be sick. And then I had like a series of events that started telling me and guiding me here where I am now. And I had the courage to hear the messages, and now like the anxiety is gone, everything is gone, and really this is amazing.
You say so many words of wisdom. What you said, you thought you were listening to your heart, and then messages from your body were starting to talk to you. And you knew that that was from your heart. And how did you start to know what kind of decisions to make? How did the process of it maybe a little bit?
I remember exactly when it happened. I was the passion for people and their stories, and people's full potential has been a passion for mine as long as I can remember. But I didn't have the knowledge that everybody was like, oh, you go study law or economy, and this is where you make good money. And I was pretty smart, so it was like easy for me in school. And but I never felt I really want to be a lawyer or something. When we had kids, then we just started working on a company, and it was like necessary for me to do all the work there. Sometimes I was pretty content because I had my free time for the kids, and we had like a family business, and it was good. Then I knew I had to change in some time, and I went to real estate. And I just had the feeling. And after the anxiety, I started listening to myself more, and I made the decision that I believe in this. I have always believed in this. Now it's like time to like really prove it to myself. Does it work or does it not? And if I don't do it, I will forever be unhappy that I didn't try. So I followed the calling, and I did good. I loved the job. The colleagues were great, but I had this terrible feeling again inside me that this is not it. My soul is not happy here. And then I made the decision that now I'm gonna go to a trip for a month, and I'm gonna do everything that my heart tells me. And this was something so amazing what started unfolding there this month. When I came back, then I had the decision made. I went and told them that now I want to do something else, and everything is wonderful, but I have to leave. And then I started my coaching business. But this was testing out that whenever I had this feeling, go there or just go there. And I followed every feeling that made me feel better in this precious moment. And then I realized that it really is guiding me, that I can trust it. And I have to always make the choice from this, what brings me more joy and ease and peace. Not from this, I must do this, I'm afraid I'm going to lose, I don't know, money, my health, because we have so much fear. But we can't make any decision from fear because this is not the way.
That's incredible. So you took a month of this experimenting of whatever would bring you joy, you'd do, and just set aside the fear.
Yeah, intuition. Today I feel I want to go there, and I have the time, and then I just connected it so deeply within me, and then I knew that this is the way. I sometimes still lose it because I want to sometimes we are humans, like I want to do more and I want to be more, but then I get back to it like more easily because I can't give from a place like pressure or this because what I want to give people, I have to be a living example. So I am being aware every day and still choosing my joy, and where it's like easier, because life is not meant to be hard. The sickness and everything today, it's definitely most of it my fault and the programming, because the mindset I had then, it was no wonder I was there.
Yeah, exactly. We're working through this deep conditioning that's been placed upon us through generations from our society, our parents, not with them knowing, but it is. I mean, I work through it every day as well. And I love hearing you say that because it is a practice. It is a real thing. to notice, be in the present moment and notice that fear and set it aside. Because it's not real.
No. And the fear is the main thing what keeps us stuck. Because what I discovered with my, these health issues, I was constantly in fear. I can't eat this. I have to do this test. And I was constantly, this was my identity. The sickness was like me. And when I discovered that whatever I do gets a little bit better, but it doesn't get better. And I was constantly aware that maybe this is going to make things worse, or am I going to be now tired if I eat this, and this is going to be bad for my body, until I discovered that when I make decisions from fear, this is what keeps me sick. I always have to make decisions from there that I want to love my body. I want to eat this because this is good for my body. I want to do this exercise, not from fear that I'm going to get sick or anxious, but from this, I love my body and I know it's good for my body. And that it's such a different mindset.
It's what I hear you saying. You're moving your attention point from the fear to the love, really,
Yes.
To put it simply.
Because what I believe, and I have tested it out in my personal, really is, you choose this joy, you choose this love, and everything changes. But it's all up to us. Do we believe in fear or do we believe in love?
I love you shared a sentence with me, and I'm quoting you on it. You said the end is where you give yourself permission to be happy. It just gives me chills just thinking of it.
This was one of my breaking points also when I discovered that, and this is what many people do. We somehow, but this is very normal, like when we are kids and we see somebody that is important to us, we see him or her unhappy, then it's naturally we somehow go to the protective phase and start being unhappy also, because how can I be happy when she is unhappy, especially if it's mother or father. And then we start choosing similar relationships because it's known for our bodies. And we don't even know we live in this sadness and frustration because it's so familiar for us and comfortable. And when you will finally awaken and become aware, then you're kind of do I really want to live this way? But it's a decision that whoever is unhappy, I can still be happy, because we have to be the light in the world. Because if there were two people and one is happy and the other one is unhappy, and the happy person hides her happiness, then everybody's just unhappy.
Yes.
But if you show this is a better vibration, then they can also come with you. And this is so much better.
Because they don't know any different either.
Yes.
They're in their conditioning. And if you hold that light, if we can hold that light, it will shift them.
And actually, when we talk about it right now, and when I thought about it, it's weird. We have this guilt that when somebody's unhappy that we also can't be happy. This is so weird, actually. Because when I can show them, or you can show them that it's and joy and love, it heals your body, it heals everything around you. So it's why are we doing this?
Yeah, why are we? And how did you move through your guilt?
It was a process. But after I became aware, then I started noticing the same thing in other people. And then I saw how much it holds us back. I have this one life. Why do I have to be unhappy? And if I have persons who want to be in their low vibrations, then it's their choice. I can't do anything about it. But if I can show one people that it's possible to live other way and not be sick and be happy and choose like yourself, then I feel my job is done.
So when you've seeing the realization of what it actually means to stay in that joy, kind of releases that guilt.
Yeah.
Do you think?
Because when you get to the feeling that you actually, you don't have to go around and be like this, lunatic, so happy, I'm so happy. It's not bad also, because when you go away from the feeling that I'm so afraid what everybody thinks of me, that doesn't matter, but we still have some norms, but around people you like trust. And when you're in this feeling of this, you're grateful for your life and you're happy and you feel joy for the little things. I'm not living in this lack. I have to have this to be happy. Then you just embody the feeling, and you don't want to choose other feelings. So good to be in this constant, of course I get triggers, but I get back so much more easily than years ago.
Yeah, that's so true. Working through these layers, and it just gets a little easier, a little easier, a little easier each time.
Because one of my very clear awakening moments was when I was, I think I had an argument with my husband or father of my kids, and there was something that made me feel like I'm a victim, like this self-loathing, and I was crying on the couch. And then just 1 second, I opened my eyes and I was looking outside, and it was beautiful weather, and it was so clear that it hit me so clear. Why am I doing this? Why am I choosing this? I have this one life and I can choose, and I choose to be here in this victim self-loathing mode, crying when there's so beautiful weather outside, and I'm letting the environment control how I feel. And it was like, no, no. This has to stop now. And I remember it so clearly still. And every time when I go to this, I don't know, whatever, somebody makes me frustrated, then I remember the moment, and then I was like, no.
Those are pivotal moments. I was going to ask you about looking back. You can see some pivotal moments where you were in the moment and you saw your pattern and just made the choice to do something different.
Yeah, this was definitely one of the most profound moments. And I don't know how it happened, because I was aware before that I could choose my state, but it was like something has to click in you, because when you read, and I have been like this in this process in self-development and reading and learning almost soon 20 years. And I know all this theories and books and everything, but this was something different. And I think we all have some awakening moments, maybe somebody has one, somebody has more. And I think I had this before also, and maybe I will have some more. But this was this very, very pivotal, because this changed a lot. Because I was trying before also many times, I'm not going to be affected. I'm not going to be affected. And it's all about him or her or something. But it was, I'm going to show everything is good in me. But now I'm doing it for me, because I love myself now. Because otherwise I was trying to show that I'm fine. I'm good. I'm not I'm not a baby. I can handle myself and my emotions. But inside I was still many times actually offended or frustrated or whatever. But now it's my life. I will be happy. I will wake up in the morning and drink my coffee or tea or whatever and do my stuff. And I'm not going to let everybody take it away. I don't want to give it away.
Oh, that's so beautiful. I can feel it. I resonate. I resonate with everything you're talking about. The self-love you were talking about the other day. And you said, I quote you again, discover the love inside of you and everything becomes possible. That's almost what you're talking about.
Yeah, and this is something I believe in, that I embody, that I have felt. Because before that, I think I didn't know what the self-love thing is. I was going to the mirror and I love myself. You're so beautiful. And I was not feeling it. I knew that there has to be some other feeling, because when I'm telling myself it in the mirror, it actually comes from lack, that I don't have it. Because when I have it, I don't have to affirm it, because it's in me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I was okay, I love myself. But after that, awakening. I don't have to affirm it because everything I do for me is from love, because now I really know what it feels. And from that place, I'm like more self-confident. Everything is different. And this synchronities and people that come into my life, I don't know. I feel free.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Don't we all want to feel that?
Yeah. And I think this is this wholeness or finding it in yourself. I was always, what are they talking about? It's all in me, and I'm the creator, and I am trying to create and manifest and everything. But when you finally feel it, then everything clicks. Then you're like, I don't need anything. It's good to have things, of course, like money and material things. They make us our lives so much better. Absolutely, for we have to enjoy this what money has to offer also. But it's not like it affects my being. This is like I think like why there are so many like people who are very very rich but so unfulfilled and unhappy. And then we know that this is not money. This is something that comes from inside. And I think this is what every single one of us is looking. And it is possible to find it.
Oh, I do too. And people, look for it through other relationships or money or buying things, food, however they're looking, but they're never going to find it there.
No, 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 no.
No.
But it actually, some years back, I was like, okay, when you are this person who has more knowledge, you have to be more aware because you are the person some steps ahead of maybe your husband. And then I was like, why I have to be the one who is smarter and forgiving and leading the way? Doing
The resentment build.
yeah. It's like, okay, I am like more aware, but I still don't want to do it. Why you not do it? And, but now I'm like so happy I can be this person because I can choose and I can guide, and it's like so different. And we have to, I think we are running from our feelings also. And when we will get to a point that we accept everything that's inside what we have experienced, and we accept all the feelings, then it's also the freedom comes from there also, because all the addictions and everything, the overworking relationship, like you said, actually we are running from the feeling that we don't want to feel. And maybe it comes from childhood when we really weren't capable of feeling it, but we have stayed stuck there, some part of us. And when we are now grown up, we are still stuck there and we haven't even thought about it, that now we are grown-ups and I can feel it. But it was so painful that we got afraid and it's still inside of us. But now, when you know all these things you are the one who can set yourself free. But the big question is, do you want it? Do you really want it? Because somehow the victim states and everywhere we are is somehow beneficial for us. Because when we want to leave the relationship, we have to make the decision. Maybe we have to change jobs. Maybe we have to start a business. But this is also scary. Sometimes it's easier to be in this bad place, but it's for our minds, it's a little bit less scary. So
Yes. Yeah, exactly. That is such a good point. So how do you support yourself to make that decision and walk into that fear? Because it is scary.
yeah, it's very scary. But it never
Very.
ends. As the point of life is to grow, and you grow like until you live. So it's you can't stay stuck actually in this one place. I think this is the worst thing, that I go to the end of my life and I knew what I wanted to do. I knew where my heart called me and I didn't do it. I didn't give myself permission to be more happy, to believe in myself. And for me, this thought was also something pivotal, because this is something I don't want to do. I can try and fail, but at least I tried.
That's what I feel like too. I've kind of hidden and not really taken risks and now I'm starting to take some risks.
Yeah.
Because like you, I'm feeling I don't want to die regretting not trying and not following what I've been guided for years to do, out of the fear. Stepping out to do this podcast and reaching out to you has been phenomenal. Like just, you're all the way in Estonia. I saw your post on Facebook and you were sharing a part of your journey, and it inspired me so much of how you transformed, and it just felt like you were speaking from your heart. And when we connected, we just had so many synchronicities.
Yeah.
And our conversations have just filled me with joy. I've just felt this whole process has been just joyful.
Yeah, because actually it's so wonderful you mentioned it, because this is something I actually know. That is my mission, to bring more light and joy to this world. And this is what I want to do. Because for a long time, I wanted to work with people, but I had this, I don't want to dig in the past for years and years and just talk about this and be in the same emotions, because I don't believe in this. I believe that there is an easier way. And there is. And for one of my mentors, Joe Dispenza, whose work I admire deeply, he also was, he never asks people what their story is, because this is the old story. And he guides people to this new life, a new story. And this is something I do, and I wanted to do for a long time, but I didn't have I had to have some clicks in place. And but this was the story of my life. When I discovered it, then I knew I can give it forward. And that's when I made the decision that if I could do it, everyone can do it.
Yes. 'Cause I remember you saying, and it hit me so deep in my heart because I feel it too, and I have felt it in the past, but you had spoken of how you didn't believe in yourself or that you weren't good enough, which is the old story. I feel like that's my old story too. And what I love about you too is that you are all about taking action. And what would you advise people to do to take that action? Because that's the fear. That's walking through that fear of the old story and walking into a new story that you're creating for yourself.
So one practice that I do with my clients is I let them imagine that whatever years they want to feel, that 2 years, 5 years, and imagine if they're still in the same place. And how does it make you feel? And then imagine like the same years, but you took the chance, and of course, imagine it all went good, and better you imagined. How do you feel then? This is like so good, I feel, because this gives you the. I don't think anybody wants to stay the same, actually.
Yeah, that kind of gives you a reality check.
Yeah.
Real quick.
And this is from there you can start going, because for relationships, I heard so many older people or like friends, mothers and fathers, like they have been together for so long and they don't want to separate anymore, but they don't even want to be in the same room. And then I was thinking that this is not going to be my future. And I'm going to save every woman from this that I can, because I think this is the most terrible thing to live in the end, that you have like pushed so hard, did everything you could, and then you're like so unhappy. I don't know.
Yeah.
And then I knew that, but we have this one life and only we can choose ourselves. We never know how it goes, but we have to like vision. We have to have the vision of the best future, because it's, I was just talking to a friend today, and we were talking about this, that I had this realization that it's so easy to think about what everything can go wrong, but it's like kind of even hard to think about what everything can go right, because our success, could be like after one little thing, like we do this podcast and somebody hears it, you post this video that goes viral, you have to go to a store and you stumble on a man who becomes your dream husband. So little things can change so much in our lives, and we don't even see the possibility. And now I am trying to live in this accepting miracle things every day, and they just happen.
Can we share the story about your vision board?
Yeah. Okay, we can share it.
To me, that is so powerful. We are incredibly powerful. What just blows my mind is this conditioning we've been talking about, the fear and the story and the not good enough and the victim and, feeling hurt or having someone else make us happy. But we are so powerful and we are creators. And you did say something before we go into that. You said that you had a realization of how powerful you are and that it's in your hands. And maybe that was that moment you were talking about, but with the victim looking out the window.
Yeah.
Was that it?
Yeah, this was one of these moments, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I think that's with people, maybe some of our viewers here and myself included, especially in the past, maybe there's a sense that we know we're powerful, but then it's not really validated or we don't see it because we're in these stories. So it's hard for us to see. So getting to that realization, some people don't have that realization.
Yeah, with my clients, there is this same question. Is it, do you really want to change? Because sometimes we have these stories that give us attention. They give us this identity and meaning. And to give this all up, we don't know who we are. And people are so afraid of the unknown because usually we imagine the worst case scenario. And then this worst case right now is better than that can go even worse. So we are afraid to choose it. And this is, I think, what keeps many people stuck. And also we are creature of our habits. And if we are habitually feeling bad and getting frustrated, like for every little thing that happens, then it's like our identity. And we have to like really come to this point that enough. And the knowing that actually when we live in love and joy, it is possible and it is so much better. Stuck in this survival states and sometimes I see it's like I always say, when you grow up with monkeys, you're going to be a monkey. And you don't even know that this whole other world exists. And sometimes when I ask some questions with the people, and it has happened to me also, some beliefs are so deep-rooted that we even don't think that this is also a belief. And I can change that too. And when people have these revelations, oh, I have never thought about it this way. And this is like usually some moment that something shifts. And this is where the change can happen.
Wow. It does help to have the help, to have someone mirror a different perspective.
Yeah, because when you have people around who doesn't believe in you and they're constantly bringing you down, then it's very hard to push through it. When we start a business and everybody's like, what do you know about starting a business? And like for me, everyone's a coach right now, but it's like, nobody's me.
Exactly. No one is you. That's so true. So true. I want to say to everyone, to all of us, to the viewers out there, you are powerful. We are all powerful. No one's more or less than anyone else. We each have the power within us, and anything else, it's a lie.
It's totally a lie because I feel that when I was dealing with my anxiety and coming from fear, looking for every like possible change or healer or I don't know, whatever acupuncture there was out there to heal this, I was so afraid constantly it's gonna come back. So it's like actually it was constantly with me until I realized also that I don't want that anything except me controls me in my life. And this was also a moment that I feel I actually healed this because I was not afraid of me and my body and my thoughts anymore. I took back my power, and I knew from that moment that this is not going to come back, and I don't have to like search something constantly from the outside to fix me. And this is also one thing that I am so sure we are so powerful, and I am a living proof. And if I could do it, anyone can do it.
It's almost, that is amazing. And what I hear you saying is it's almost like you gave yourself permission to love yourself, or you gave yourself that validation that you're okay.
Yes, and then this like also the feeling that I took my power back, because sometimes we are like this, the doctors are smarter, and our parents are smarter, and even our friends or whoever, we're like constantly looking for this validation. Is this okay? Can I do this? Do you think I can do it? But actually, we know what we can do. And it's good when you have somebody to believe in you, because we sometimes like coaches also. I also work with coaches because I also don't see my blind spots. Yeah, I think we humans, we are not meant to be alone. And this human connection is so important in this world where we have so much technology and we are sitting at our homes, talking through our phones. It's so much different to like feel somebody's energy and connect with them. And soon we don't even know who we are talking to. Is it a human or AI? So like to have this like human, I don't know, many people don't even have friends to talk to. So a coach can be that for you. And this is somebody who really believes in you. And I believe this gets more important when time flies.
I think so too. And I love how you're talking about the connection that we need. That is essential.
Yeah, I don't even know if I answered your question.
Now I forgot what the question was.
Yeah.
That's all right. You are so inspiring. I just absolutely love you to death. Your story and what your words of wisdom, they resonate so deeply with me, and I know that they'll resonate with others because you are speaking from the heart. I know we haven't talked about the vision board of how powerful we are, but I guess maybe we can finish that right here. But I do want to bring up the unknown with the heart, because our soul, or following our inner vision, where it brings us to our happiness and walking into that unknown. Part of this was that vision board.
Yeah, it was a funny story because when I started, made the decision to now I'm gonna like go all in, whatever happens, I'm gonna burn all the bridges. I don't recommend everyone to do it, but this is what I felt I had to do, kind of. And no, people suffered because of that. It was all like, but it's like a metaphor. And then I made a vision board to have my dreams constantly in my sight, that every day I can wake up to it and see it. And then I put all the things there, and then I put a little note behind the other notes that I will get an invitation to a podcast. I wanted it. I kind of believed it, but I was like, I'm going to put it behind there, because as I'm just starting, maybe it's not going to happen this year, but then next year I'm going to like put it in front of the others. And then like you contact me. I didn't even remember it straight away. And then, oh my God, I put it there. Oh my God, what else I have to put there? I put like some things because I didn't believe it enough.
And you said internationally, didn't you? Like you said in the United States or somewhere.
I didn't put like, I was just put, I will get an invitation.
Okay.
Because it would be more logical that I was thinking Estonia, because I am here in this little country and it's so little. So somebody to find me from like this far, it's like pretty miracle.
I think that is so amazing. And it does show how powerful we are, and that we're tapping into an intelligence that's way bigger than who we are.
Because there are so many amazing stories, people conquering their fears, healing from, I don't know, terrible diseases. And the more we get to connect with these stories, then the more we see what is possible. And I think it's so important because I, from the bottom of my heart, that I believe we can heal ourselves and we can rid of these anxieties. And this is all learned patterns and traumas we have. And we can forgive, feel the feelings, let it go, and just choose joy if we allow ourselves to be happy.
Yes, that's key right there, is allowing ourselves to do it.
Because
Do you
many times I think we feel this loyalty that, my husband is unhappy, then I have to suffer also. But this is, I think, the worst thing we can do.
I think so too. Absolutely. And that's really an amazing piece of information to share. Do you feel that feeling your feelings is more important, or because I know you were mentioning affirmations and how when you were saying them, they didn't work, but do you think that they kind of work as far as helping retrain your brain? Or do you think learning how to feel your feelings, I know that's really important to do because it moves through your body. Would you recommend focusing on that more?
What I think is that when we let all the feelings be felt in our body and accept ourselves, forgive ourselves, whoever we need to forgive, and feel it, then all this self-love and I think it somehow comes naturally. And affirmations, yes, I think they work, but I would recommend to vision and feel the feeling. When you're in the state that I'm now, this is my future self, how I feel. What does this person do? And start doing these things now. I'm going to be happy when I get this money. Doesn't work that way. And this is also something that when I will be this weight or when I will be healed, then I will start doing this. Start doing these things now. Then you're affirming, I am already healed. I am this person who is this or that. This is something I have done, and that starts to change your life a lot, because otherwise you're in this constant waiting stage. When this happens, I will be this, I will do it.
Yeah, yeah. And that brings me to, you never feel ready. It's just like, just do it. Just do it.
Yeah. Because who knows? Am I going to be here tomorrow? Nobody knows.
Yeah. We don't know.
Yeah.
Like, today is our only moment.
Yeah. So, and this was also, if tomorrow is my last day, then actually all the money, and I'm going to not take it with me. But the question is for me was that, did I enjoy my life? Was I happy? Did I follow my heart? Was I kind? And then I was like, so important to me, much more important than being someone or a big name, because I want to live in peace and in love. And then I know that this is, this, I can go, I believe this I can go when I go someday with an easy heart, because I know I was good, I was kind. And I think I felt that one of the things I will regret maybe the most deeply is when I didn't love myself and I didn't care for myself, and I didn't let myself be happy. This was something, this profound realization that if I don't do it, nobody's going to do it.
Yes. Yeah. Because we are the only ones who can open that door.
Yeah.
And I remember you in the Facebook post that I read of yours, you were talking about your children, and you said, if I'm role modeling this to my children, and that's one thing that kind of inspired you as well, right?
Yeah, definitely. Because what do I want to show them, and how I want them to live their lives? Do I want them to somehow, because for a long time I was thinking I'm doing good for my children when I'm staying here in this relationship where I'm not so unhappy. And then it hit me also that this is a dream, that I'm good. I'm so happy, but they can feel it. They know it and they see. And if years pass, then when I can do more things or different things than when I'm 60. And I can't change things then. And I don't want to live like this. Why didn't I live? Why didn't? And then I knew that, and actually from my experience, I also saw that children, we need our parents to be happy, or at least one parent, and to show us that we can go for our dreams and we have power inside of us. And then I decided that this is what I want to show my kids. Even if I will fail, it doesn't matter. At least I'm proud of myself. I tried.
Exactly.
Or when you start, like, you have to trust that everything is unfolding, because you will connect dots like someday, because I was so passionate, like in people and everything. And I have, like, I don't know how much money I have invested in myself as a hobby. But this is what allows me to do the things I do today. Because if I haven't done it, then I wouldn't be able to do it. But it was like my hobby, and I didn't know that this is going to unfold like this someday. It was my heart calling, and I was constantly, like, learning, and this was so interesting. And when I went home and I was walking, I was listening to a podcast, all these different courses. It was so big passion on myself. And then somehow it will click. And even the real estate job, I didn't know it was a stepping stone, but I just went because I don't know, somehow I knew it. And this job gave me this self-confidence to do this now. And I don't know if I would have had the courage if I didn't have the, like, middle job. You just have to take the first step, and then you have to trust that you will see the next.
Yes, I love that. It's so true. There's a golden thread that we don't see that's kind of that's guiding us. That's our heart if we listen, or our soul, or our inner wisdom. And that's something, walking into the unknown. Wouldn't you say the heart is all about the unknown and just trusting that we're being guided in this bigger scale of things? Because we only see one small, tiny perspective.
Absolutely. How do miracles happen? Like, it's okay, maybe I want to be in a podcast, but what are the odds that you contact me? When we live in a world of possibilities, then we have possibilities. And if we live in a world of limitations, then we only see limitations. And this is only, again, we can choose how we see the world.
Yeah. That goes back to us being our own creators. If we want to experience a life, like you just said, of limitation, we will experience that. Or vice
Because
versa.
when you chose to do the podcast, and when I'm working with clients and people, every time I talk to somebody, I learn something about myself too. And I love talking to people and hearing their stories. And I never see people do their, like, past stories. I believe I see people through their souls, because I don't care what life have you lived, because I see your potential, and I know if you want to do it, you don't even have to tell me, because I know if you want something, you can do it. There are, some steps, maybe to hire some people or whatever, like study something, but nothing is impossible. And when you, like, do something you love, then things somehow start unfolding. You meet the right people, you see the right, like, course you have to take, and you just have to trust, like, all falls out.
Yes. Oh my gosh, that's beautiful. I feel that too. I just see people's souls, and people are so beautiful, and life is too, and it is like you're saying, it's not that you're going to just overcome and life's going to be easy and a piece of cake. Like, there's always challenges, but I feel they become more aligned with your mind, body, and soul.
Yeah, you somehow mm, go through life with more ease, you see the trigger, they don't get so attached to our ego anymore.
Yeah.
And you still have this knowing inside that I can choose. I could choose yesterday and I can choose today how I will react. Do I want to react? And that
Yeah.
this is like, this gives you this freedom.
And that is a freedom, like choosing how you want to respond to any given situation.
Life is too short to
It
live in
is.
frustration and unhappiness and anger. And actually, why we are angry? We are actually angry because we don't choose ourselves. Because if I am content with my life, I have no reason to be angry at somebody. Yes, somebody can piss me off, but then I acknowledge my feelings. I know if there's some boundary problem or something, and I have a choice to choose. But I don't have to feel anger like years or months and live it this and talk it out to my friends and relive it again. And no, I want to talk about joy and synchronities and possibilities. And this is such a different quality.
My gosh, yeah, back to the quality of life. Really being in that energy is so different. It's expansive, like it's just light.
Yeah.
I want to bring up your sweater too. Like we had a brief conversation yesterday and I had envisioned what she stands for. I just saw this beautiful flower blossoming and all these petals opening. And then Monika, you came back with
This really happening right now because yeah, this blossom, I also had it like in my mind that I would like to see every woman blossoming because I really love women who are, who have found their power inside of them and they're free. You can feel the energy and you can feel the joy. I think it's, we as women, we can be so inspirational for everybody, actually. Women, men, children. I would like every woman to find it because living in this low vibration, depression, anxiety, this is not women in their power. And it is possible to come out of there. And today when we start talking about blossom, we have like blossoming all around, like colorful. It was an accident. This is my favorite sweater and it is so colorful. Somehow the way I see and I want to see the world. Because we can see everything as a miracle or nothing as a miracle. And this is also our choice. When you live all the every day, like, oh my God, this was such a miracle. And imagine you go to sleep every day and you wake up every day. And okay, we can't be like this every day, but most of the time, it's so up to us. And in the end, look how miraculous life you have.
Yes. Yes. You are so right. You know, it's about us taking responsibility. I know this is hard for people, and you mentioned it at the beginning. Because you were saying, you know, I thought I was listening to my heart. I think sometimes I have in the past too, and sometimes now, how do you differentiate what is your rational ego mind versus the heart? Are there some signs when you look back that you can tell the differences with that?
For me, it's feeling with my heart somehow easy and peace. With my ego, there's sometimes fear or want or pressure.
That's
And this is like
perfect.
somehow I differentiate it. Because with my heart, it's like not knowing, and usually it's the first thought, but then with the ego and mind comes, no, this is like, no. Because when I decided to go to the 1 month travel, then I was like also, oh no, I can't be away that long. What's going to happen to my job? And then I was like, come on, Monika, you know you want to do it and you know you need it. And this is your life. And you only have one chance to go this year, this age, and this month. So are you going to take it or are you going to be this fear person? I can do, I'm like, I have to do my job and I will go. And this peace was guiding me and this all trip was even more magical than I couldn't have imagined that it will be like this. Yeah. And you have to, I think with ego, there's also fear most of the time somehow. And if I go, I want this job, then it's the fear. If I don't get it, then I'm not going to have enough money. And sometimes it's hard to make the difference because this is not how we have been taught to live. To look inside of us, we are mind people. We have to think how we will make money and what is best for everything.
It's all around the world. It's not just one culture. It's embedded deeply. So this is something we are all breaking through. We're kind of moving through trauma, moving through this conditioning, moving through this fear. That's really, really wise words to say. And when I'm looking back on my own experience, it is that feeling of the fear and all these excuses of why not to do it and just trying to stop you in every moment from being big.
Yeah, because I feel actually we are afraid of this being big and success and because we are used to playing small.
Yeah.
And
even being alive, like feeling alive.
Yeah, being alive, being joyful, being like amazed and being like miracles. So many people are like just, okay, yeah.
They're so numbed out.
Yeah, all my life is like, meh, no.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I am so grateful for you, Monika. I have had the most amazing time just getting to know you. And, hopefully we can stay in contact too.
One thing is, I think it's important, it popped right after your last sentence. When we will start moving, it's the same thing with the joy. That you're gonna maybe have to leave some very dear people behind and leave them to play small and be okay with that. And this is sometimes hard for us, that I will start shining and going and there will be my family or friends who will stay the same. And maybe some of them won't look at me as good as before because they love me staying small.
The dynamics change.
And this is what we have to be aware of, that this might be stopping you. And if you really want to do it, you just have to let it go because you have to trust that you can't stay small, because when you are unhappy, everybody's around you can feel it. Because not taking care of yourself, I think, is the most selfish act. Because when you're frustrated, sick, angry, nobody benefits from that.
No, absolutely not. And I love that you just said that. I think people have things so twisted as far as taking care of yourself as selfish.
Yeah.
I love how you just said not taking care of yourself is selfish. Who wants to be around angry people and miserable people?
Yeah, and when you get older, you're sick from all this anger and everybody has to take care of you. No, I want to be happy and joyful and healthy and run with my grandkids and show my kids how to be healthy until an old age and be joyful. And this is enjoy life.
When we were talking about your kids, we influence each other as a community. Yeah. Even, I've heard of stories of walking into a grocery store and smiling can change someone's day. It can change their life. I mean,
Exactly.
There's so many people out there who don't have anyone to talk to and are incredibly lonely, and a smile will make a huge difference in even saying hello. So I think about that often, of how much influence that we have on each other because we are community-based. We need that connection.
Yeah, and we need more this real stories of people, how we actually feel and have felt and what we have overcome, to see the possibilities and the inspiration from, because when there's somebody that I'm happy all the time, I'm like everything's good, and we don't resonate with this. I know I don't, because I haven't been happy all the time, and sure I will have like challenges, but when somebody opens up When I listen to some stories, I'm crying myself because it's so raw and so beautiful, and it gives me hope that
Yeah.
they can do it, I can do it. People have so much power when you hear this. And this is beautiful because I believe that I see beauty everywhere, and I also see beauty in pain because pain can be such a big starting point for our transformation. And when you see somebody totally crying, and then it comes this relaxation and this body calms down. For me, this is so beautiful. You have lived through something so hard for your body, and then released it. You can put something better there.
It's letting go of those labels, of good and bad, right and wrong.
Yeah,
That judgment
yeah.
of it. But that's so beautifully said. Anyone who works with you, Monika, is a lucky person.
Thank you.
You are so wonderful and so wise, and really you have enlightened me this hour, and I feel completely blessed to have interviewed you. I could talk to you for hours.
Same. This is sometimes with some people you just click, and this is what I still feel. When you go with your heart, then you meet your heart people.
Yes, we're meeting our people.
I feel like you actually know what I'm talking about this because I really feel you embody that too. You have definitely learned a lot and following your own heart now, and this is so beautiful.
Thank you. Yeah, I have, like you, a lot of my journey has been on seeking happiness in my heart, and it's a process.
Yeah,
it's definitely a process. Yeah. Until we meet again, I'm so excited. Now, you do have a wonderful 11 keys to living a stress-free life that you want to offer our viewers here.
Yeah, there are some techniques that I have used and I still use because when we have to make decisions in our life, nothing good comes out of fear and stress. So there are some techniques we can calm our mind and nervous system, and then we get this guidance back and we make better decisions. And then we also can listen to our hearts.
I read over it and it is amazing. I suggest everyone go take a look. And I love the last one, the coherence breathing as well, bringing the mind and the heart and the body together. I love it. Do you have any last words on the heart, the wisdom of the heart?
I recommend every one of you to follow it. Tune in with your hearts, coherence breathing, and whatever point of your day you become aware of your breathing, connected with your heart. And this gives you more of this feeling of love and fullness. And the more you connect with it, I think the more better friends you will be.
Thank you so much. I love that. Great piece of wisdom. Great piece of wisdom. Thank you so much, Monika.
Thank you.
I have enjoyed this so much.
I feel the same. We could just keep talking.
I know. Well, until next time, I know Monika and I will have another interview maybe next year.
Yeah.
And let's do it. Let's reconnect. All right, everyone, thank you so much for listening today. And again, we appreciate Monika's words of wisdom and the enlightenment that you can do this too. You are powerful. Just listen to your heart. Thank you.
Bye.